Chapter 1. Loss of my mate, beginning of visions. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Psalms 116, verse 15 ESV. The moment of realization, origin of the book title. I find in Scripture that we are saved for a purpose, created for good works, bought with a price. My life is not mine to throw away, regardless how deep my grief, so I went looking for a reason to keep going with a fresh set of eyes. It was late August 2005. The mixture of paint and gloss used for the rag-on, rag-off technique of application had finally dried. I was now able to place the remaining treasures from our time in the Middle East and Southern Asia in the proper places. I called out, "Ta-da! It is finished!" Now the home I'd promised Melissa years ago for her faithful service as an army wife was complete. I turned to see a broad smile and a bright light in her green eyes. These features stood out from the scarecrow-like body so ravaged by her 2-year battle with a recurrence of colon cancer. She had chosen the place, designed the house, and picked out the colors for the home where we'd intended to grow old together. This was the dreamed-for place where we looked to spoil a crop of grandchildren from our 3 sons. I'd worked like a madman since May. That is, whenever I wasn't performing my duties as an Army officer with U.S. Central Command to accomplish this feat. Now that it was done, I realized that I had no other important goal to set my hand to do. She had mere weeks left to live, and as I looked to the future in that moment, suddenly an inky black velvet curtain dropped across our path. I could only see a scatter of ashes before that veil. This labor of love into which I had poured much time and great expense would become valueless without Melissa. From these ashes, a new life and set of goals would arise in the next chapter of my existence. However, those goals and any accomplishments would not be mine, as God issued this old soldier new marching orders. I would just be going where I was told and taking a front row seat to watch him accomplish his will. I could make no claim on those actions, just revel in the moment that he allowed me to be a witness to each of those events. Then one morning during my devotional, I read in Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 21, "He is your praise, he is your God, who performed those great and awesome wonders you saw with your own eyes." Immediately, I recalled thinking about the past 12 years and having that front row seat to what God did as I stepped out in faith. I'm reminded never to take credit, and so I strive to maintain that view each time I write or edit a section of this personal journey.